Dave says, what to do if a client drops in rankings from an algorithm update? Does your mastermind teach how to manage clients effectively as a business owner? Yes. I mean, that's what our mastermind is, not just about local SEO tactics. It's also about how to monetize local SEO skill sets, right? There's a lot more that goes into monetizing local SEO than just knowing how to do local SEO, right? If you want to be an agency or a consultant or a freelancer, you have to learn how to do all kinds of things to build a business around the local SEO skill set, right? And yes, we teach all of that. We just had last week the Build with Bradley meeting on Thursday last week. Was the first part of that was specifically addressing the spam update, the Google December 2024 spam update, December 19th to 26th. It was a massive update, and we talked about ways to identify what type of penalty a domain or site was hit with, how you could determine that, and some things that you could do to overcome that penalty or to test to see how to recover. And I've already got some of our mastermind members that are already testing some of these recovery things and seeing that some of the stuff is coming back that got hit. So, and by the way, again, there's a lot of unintended consequences from that update, that people that had no reason to have their sites hit got hit, and other sites that should not or should have been hit saw a huge ranking boost. So everybody calm down. This is normal with Google algorithm updates. You got to allow the dust to settle. Google will try to dial that in a bit, fine tune it a bit, and typically we'll kind of reverse some of those unintended consequences. And then once everything kind of settles down, then that's typically when you can figure it out. For me, it took me several months after the helpful content update was released before I fully understood it. And that's normal. And I don't rush it anymore, right? I don't. I just, over the years, 15 years doing local SEO, I've learned to be patient. I know that's hard for clients when they're suffering because they're lost leads, but you have to be very clear when you're pitching your services to clients that you don't work for Google, and that, we're all at Google's mercy. At any time, Google can change stuff and it can completely destroy the work that has been done. And it takes time to figure out what else has to be done to recover. If you're transparent about that up front, at least the expectation is there, right? Don't promise the world if you can't deliver it, is my point. And so as long as they're clear about that up front, then the client is aware that there's always risks with SEO. There always will be. It's Google. We don't own the platform. We don't control it. Neither do they. The client, I mean. So all we can do is play within what constraints Google gives us and try to optimize the best that we can for whatever's working currently. But Google tomorrow could change its mind again, and we're back to square one. And it's just important to convey that to the client up front to set the expectations. Be transparent. Your clients will respect that too, by the way. Then telling them that oh yeah, we'll get you ranked and keep you ranked. You don't know that. Like, the goal is to get them ranked, of course, but you don't know that you're going to get them ranked and keep them ranked. I mean, of course you're going to try, and you can always explain that, but you have to be clear about the potential with Google that at any time they could change something and they could experience a drop in rankings, and it will take some time to figure out what the appropriate way to recover it is, right? And again, that's normal. I know it's a tough conversation to have with clients, but you need to do it. So, do we teach that? Yeah. Now, I'm not saying I have the answer to how to recover from every penalty. I don't, just to be clear. But I will give you ways and things to test and try from my experience at doing local SEO. And in some cases, like especially link penalties, they're hard to recover from. So Penguin and off-page penalties, on-page penalties are typically a lot easier to recover from, but off-page penalties, they're a bitch. And sometimes there's been many times I've been unsuccessful in recovering from off-page penalties. But fortunately, the way that we do stuff now, it's a lot less likely to receive an off-page penalty.